sannyas. Very beautiful, multi-dimensional and colorful word, which contains everything that is there in this universe. To be in truth, to live in truth, to be truth, to exist in truth is actually a sannyas. And every human being is born here to live in that way. We are here to be really a true sannyasi. But unfortunately, every human being is missing it. Few are blindly renouncing everything. Few are blindly catching everything. And the awareness, the alertness is lacking. And nobody is thinking who we are, from where we came, why we are here, why we live, why we die, what is our true destination. Destination is unto ourselves, or there is somewhere else. What is life? What is birth? What is life? What is death? We are not asked. We are not asking right questions. And we are not getting right answers. And there is no harmony in life. Materially, physically, mentally, intellectually, emotionally, spiritually. In a way, having everything, human being is impoverished. There is no balance. There is no equanimity. And there is no balance between IQ, intelligent quotient, EQ, emotional quotient, and SQ, spiritual quotient. There is no harmony. Mind says something, heart says something, body says something, and everything is in disorder. And to put us into order, we have to understand what is our body, what is our biology, what is our chemistry, what is this pathology, the anatomy, the tissues, hormones, neurons, and everything. And to know it, we have to be a good observer. We have to watch it. We have to observe it. We have to meditate upon our body, considering it as a biological statue. We have to meditate upon our brain, considering it the biological computer. We have to go on watching our body, and we have to relax it. We have to go on watching our breath. We have to relax it. We have to go on watching our thought. We have to relax it. We have to go on watching our emotion. We have to relax it. Then we start slipping beyond all this physical, mental, emotional hemisphere, and then become totally relaxed. When we relaxed, we become creative. We go to toilet, we start brushing our teeth, or take a shower, or start cooking food, or go to offices and handle business houses, or go to a temple or mosque or church, or anywhere. We become totally a creative, peaceful human being. Then whatever we do becomes peaceful, harmonious, melodious, spiritual, and at the same time, we know our global personality. And how we are totally global and universal must be recognized to be peaceful. Otherwise, mind always gives us fragmentations. We split. I am this, I am that. He is this, he is that. She is this, she is that. And all words confuses us. I am Hindu, I am Christian, I am Yahudi, I am Parsi, I am Nepali, I am Chinese, I am Indian. I am this, I am that. These words, confuses us. We don't know what is the source of words. That is the human being, the soul, the Atman. The Brahman The Atman gives everything to this universe and it takes everything back. Everything emerges in the Brahma and everything collapses in the Brahma. The emerging and collapsing is happening. The body is decaying. The breath is changing. Thoughts are changing. Emotions are changing. Nature is plus, minus, multiplication, division. There is something within us which is eternal, infinite, everlasting, spirit. Until and unless we know that, we cannot relax and be ourselves. And we want to become everything without being ourselves. We don't want to reach everywhere without reaching ourselves. Now we run fast, reach nowhere. We do so many things, but we never get satisfaction and blissfulness and contentment, benediction, nourishment, and we just go on hankering towards words, towards sight, towards smell, towards taste, towards thoughts, towards thinking, towards emotions. We just go out, and we never get anything. But we should withdraw with it and become watchful of everything that happens within and that happens outside. Then we are really good at everything, no matter what we do, where we live. And for that reason, we have to be aware of birth, life and death. No animal can ask what is birth, what is life and what is death. No human being is asking. A king is not asking, president is not asking, prime minister is not asking, rich man is not asking, a scholar is not asking. We are seeking solution in superficial things, where there is no solution. And we are fear to ask right kind of questions. And there is always the fear of death and life. And we are into the trap of it. And to come out of that trap, we must be little bold. And we have to ask these questions. Without seeking answers, answer will reveal. Answer will prevail. We have to wait. We need patience and perseverance. It is not like instant copy. But we are fear of asking the right kind of questions. That is another problem that human being face. That's why their IQ is disbalanced, their EQ is disbalanced, their SQ is nowhere. Then there is a quarrel in the family, individual is disturbed, the family is disturbed, the society is disturbed, the nation is disturbed, then whole globe is disturbed. First war happens into this head of the man. Whether it's the American president or Iraqi president. What takes place in our brain? And this brain is not handled properly. And we don't know how to handle this brain. To handle this brain, we have a super scientific formula. That is meditation, yoga and pranayama and music. Using all these super scientific ideas and technology, we can totally make ourselves a different divine entity. Then an individual, when it becomes divine, the family becomes divine. Family becomes divine, the society, then the nation, then the international, then the globe. That's why charity begins at home. And we have to balance our body, mind, heart and the self. And we have consciousness and conscience. Conscience differs. I'm Hindu, you're Christian. I'm black, you're white. I'm rich, you're poor. You're successful, I'm unsuccessful. This is a conscience. Behind conscience there is a consciousness. It is not different. It is the same current. Super current, super magnet. Which is containing, look at this body with billions and billions cells. Bones, kidney, nerves, system, brain, everything together, mixing together is something that is known according to quantum physics, united field of all the laws of nature. united field of all the laws of nature. It's hidden within us. That is to be explored. That is to be realized. That is to be recognized. That is to be lived. Then we are true human being. And science and super science should go together. Inner peace and outer peace should go together. Inner environment and outer environment should go together. Two birds with two wings can fly high into the sky without leaving trace in the space. In the same way, we can live, we can do creative thing and we live properly. We love properly. We share things properly. And we are not attached to anything else. Just as Maharaj told. We can do everything and remain aloof, just like a lotus flower in the water. Just like a mirror, reflecting everything. Mirror remains uncontaminated. Just like our tongue. It tastes hot and immediately it's ready to taste salt. It tastes salt, it is ready to taste sweet. It tastes sweet, it is ready to taste something else. And it is not contaminated. Our tongue. In the same way, the Brahman, the Atman, the soul, is such an uncontaminated, eternal, infinite state of awareness which is within us, must be realized and lived. Then we are good at everything. If you are silent, we are good. If you are talking, we are good. If you are watching, we are good. If you are hearing, we are good. If you are smelling, we are good. If you are tasting, we are good. If you are feeling, we are good. If you are sharing something, we are good. We are good at everything with our pure consciousness and awareness. That is to be realized through super scientific technology that I call yoga, pranayama, meditations, and music. And we teach all human beings to be themselves first. We are not ready to be ourselves. We want to become this and that. Our child birds like a tabula rasa, and we have been told to be this and that by parents, by teachers, by preachers, by friends, by poets. But we are not really told who we are. We are not told to be ourselves. That is the problem everybody is facing on the planet. We are supposed to be ourselves, but we are told to be a doctor, engineer, professor, this and that. And there are good things to be doctor, engineer, professor, lawyer, bureaucrats, politicians, businessmen. That's fine. But first we have to be ourselves. Then to be lawyer, to businessman, to politicians, whatever we do, there will be a justice. Without being ourselves, we are being so many things. That is creating confusion and disorder in us. And out of disorder, we are trying to create order outside, which is not going to be possible. True. That's why we have to create order in ourselves, in our body, in our mind, in our heart, in our being. That when we understand this thing, then we are a totally global citizen, universal citizen. Yatha pinde, tatha brahmande is not a slogan. Udara charitanam vasudhaiva kutumbakam. The Ved says it is not a slogan. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasisate. It is not slogan, it is our reality. And this reality is not taught to us. And this reality we didn't explore on our own. That's why we are missing the reality of our life. We are missing real self. We are guiding by unreal self. What is our mind? I am Hindu. I am guided by my unreal self. I am Christian. I am guided by unreal self. I am Mohammedan. I am guided by unreal self. I am Chinese. I am guided by unreal. I am Nepali. I am guided by unreal self. And the unreal self is giving us lots of confusion. That's why we have to clean up human conditioning. Then make human being a totally free from all this contamination. Then we are individual and we are universal. And truly individual is a universal and global phenomenon. He is, He was, He will be. And He is a loving energy. There is no duality, there is no dichotomy, there is no confusion. He is one with the whole universe. Just let me tell you one analogy. In deep sleep, we are one with the whole universe. The moon, the sun, the stars, the galactic universe, trillion and trillion stars, the ocean, the river, the birds, the animals. That is a cosmic unconscious state of nature. We are one with the whole universe. Nobody is superior and nobody is inferior. Nobody is up and nobody is down. Earth is round. Nobody is up and nobody is down. That is what I'm saying. It's true. Then when we grow up and understand our real self and then approach to cosmic superconscious state, there also there is no duality. We are one with the whole universe. In total awareness, we are one with the whole universe. In total unconsciousness, we are one with the universe. In between, there is a mind. It creates deviation. It creates distractions. It creates all sorts of troubles. All kinds of isms are born out of this disturbed and disordered mind. And out of that disturbed and disordered mind, isms are created, and those isms are trying to solve the problem of the humanity. It is not going to happen.
True.
That's why you have to awake and understand and live our life in its totality, in its wholesomeness. Then we are the global citizens. We have to teach every individual who burns on this planet, you are the global citizen. You are the universal citizen. The earth is our home. One race is humanity. One race is human being. One religion is humanity. This earth is our home. This is to be preached. This is to be taught to the people at school, at colleges, at universities, at business houses. And that's how we can make the difference on the planet. Otherwise, this planet is going to be destroyed. Look at the climate change. Look at the greenhouse gas emissions. Look at the raising of surface of ocean. Look at the deforestation. Look at the population growth. Look at the poverty. Look at the cross-border terrorism. Look at the nuclear proliferations. Look at the unconscious attitude of the people with whom people are hoping that they will do something for the sake of humanity and earth. This whole earth is our home. This conscience must be generated in human being. Then only we understand what is true life, what is true humanity, what is true spirituality, what is true compassion, what is true love, what is true to be a human being. That is missing. That's why we have to work on that. And this spiritualism and the way of this sannyas is the most dynamic, multidimensional, and static phenomenon. The sun is there, everything revolves around it. Who knows that? The soul. And everything revolves around the soul. If soul is no more there, who knows? Sun is static and everything revolves around the sun. That's why the human spirit is the epicenter of the universe. Until and unless we understand this, there will be no peace and there will be no harmony. There will be always superiority complex and inferiority complex. In the name of religion, in the name of nation, in the name of politics, in the name of race, in the name of economic growth, in the name of military might, there will be problems upon problems. And we are facing from all the way from 1st century to the 21st century. How many wars we have fought? Human being has not learned anything from the history and repeating again and again same thing. Now we are in a position push the button and finish the world. First World War, 3 crore people massacred. Second Great War, 8 crore people massacred. Now we are on the brink of Third Great World War and about to finish whole this humanity in earth. This is the situation. This we call development. It is no more a development. We are heading towards total societal destructive path. To stop all this thing, there must be global preaching of sannyas. Everybody must be in truth and love and compassion and blissfulness. That is his own real self. And we are one in awareness and coma. It is very simple if we understand it with open heart and open mind. If not, our mind is full of ego, full of conditioning, full of programming, and we act accordingly. Then we miss the whole point of life, whole juice of life, and we become destructive. And not to be destructive and creative, we have to learn art of living and we have to learn art of dying. And we have to teach people art of living and art of dying. Everything will be settled in between and we'll be a wonderful creature on the planet. We will save ourselves, we will save all the animal kingdom, vegetable kingdom, ecosystems and everything. Otherwise, we are bound to be recognized as monsters on the planet. They used to call themselves human beings. It is going to happen. That's why we must awake human being on the planet and make them understand what is the color of sannyas. Thank you very much.